Welcome to Tri-Valley Sports Final, your program for the best in local sports action. On this week's show, the EBAL Valley Division Football Championship and Livermore City bragging rights are on the line as the Livermore Cowboys square off against the Granada Matadors. Paige Nelson leads the way as the Foothill girls volleyball team takes on Northgate in the NCS Division I playoffs. And Susan Swires lights it up as the Amador Valley Dons face Terra Linda in the Tri-Valley Invitational Girls Water Polo Tournament. All that plus Foothill Cal Boys Water Polo and much more right here on Tri-Valley Sports Final. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. I'm Ian Bartholomew. On this week's show, we'll have EBAL football as Livermore and Granada battle it out for the Valley Division Championship. We'll also have Amador Girls Water Polo with action from the Tri-Valley Invitational, and we'll see the Foothill Boys Water Polo team take on Cal. But we start off with NCS Volleyball, and to bring us that, it's my co-host, Tim Sobrandi.
Great. Thank you, Ian. And it's been another great season for the Foothill Girls Volleyball team. The defending E-Ball and NorCal Division I champions won 24 matches during the regular season, including posting a 12-1 record in league play. After losing a 5-set thriller in the league semifinals, the Falcons enter the NCS Division I playoffs as the 6th seed. There they hosted number 11 Northgate in the first round. And we pick up the action here from Foothill High School, and there's the bench cheering on their team in the first set. Foothill up, and we see Paige Nelson right there off the pass from Danielle Ye. Now Olivia So serving for the point. She would end up with 3 aces on the night to go with 10 digs. Next we see Ali Sioso, and there's Danielle Ye. Point for the Falcons. So that would set things up for Ye to serve that could not be returned. Another point for Foothill. Next, Northgate serving. Here we see Ye again, this time with the set, and there's Emily Evans coming from her right side. Falcons up 19-13 at this point. Looking to try to close out that first set. Northgate, though, would answer back. Here we see Kara Everest going for the kill, trying to keep things close. But the Falcons, Olivia So, Brooke Stedman, and there's Aleda Tagar, point for Foothill. And then we see more good teamwork from the Falcons. Emily Evans right down the middle off the pass from Ye. Falcons win the first set, 25-21. Team breaks the huddle. Head coach Dusty Collins. And we see Paige Nelson with a nice pass to Danielle Ye. A little trickery there, point for Foothill. Nelson again to Ye. Emily Evans up the middle, point for Foothill. And Foothill mixing it up. Brooke Stedman there. There's Ye, nice set on the outside, and there's Paige Nelson. And another point for Foothill. And they continue that good teamwork. Nelson to Ye. Ye with the tip over the net. Another point for Foothill. And we'll see Ye again. Nice job with that dig. Gets it over to So. And there's Paige Nelson cross court from the left side. Point to Foothill. Then we'll see the same girls in a different combination. This time it's So to Ye. To Nelson, doesn't quite get a hold of all of it, but she gets a hold enough for one of her 12 kills on the day. Another point for Foothill. Now we see Nelson from the back line to Stedman. And this time it's Addison Monastis with the point for Foothill. And then on the defensive end, there's Monastis. After the tip, Paige Nelson would end up getting the block. Foothill would end up getting the point. You see Emily Evans with the block there. She would end up with a couple blocks on the night to go with 5 kills, and Foothill sweeps Northgate. Paige Nelson leading the way. Falcons winning in 3. Foothill would lose their next match against eventual champion Carondelet in 4 sets, but still Another very successful year for the Falcons.
Yeah, really nice year for Foothill. Lost so many players last year, including the league MVP, Casey Burdick. Bounced back this year, still at 25 wins, and they're going to be a tough team. They're always good to beat. They're always an excellent team under Coach Collins.
25 wins overall,
Yeah.
12-1 in a highly competitive e-ball. Another successful year.
Mm-hmm. And that will do it for volleyball. Up next, we'll have football as Livermore squares off against Granada for the EBAL Valley Division title. Plus, a little later, we'll see the Foothill boys water polo team take on Cal. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. For this week's Sports Final, the game of the week, we're featuring football. The EBAL Valley Division football title was on the line recently as defending champ Granada visited undefeated Livermore. A Livermore win would clinch the league title outright for the Cowboys. A Granada win would create a three-way tie for the championship with Granada, Dublin, and Livermore. The game would also decide football bragging rights in the city of Livermore. We go out to Cowboy Alley. Cheerleaders on hand in front of a capacity crowd. Pick it up in the first quarter. Livermore on the move. Mateo Lordi fires to Luke Medeiros for a first down at the Granada 44. And moments later, Lordi throws to Medeiros once again. This time he takes it all the way down to the 9-yard line. A sack would back the Cowboys back to the 21. 3rd and goal now. Lordi lost it up to the corner. A.J. Carey makes the catch. 21-yard touchdown. Livermore jumps on top 6-0. Cowboys then elect to go for 2. Direct snap to Caden Romero. He takes it in the end zone for the score. That makes it 8-0. Granada tries to answer as they hand to sophomore star Skylar Stewart, who bursts up the middle for a first down. 2 plays later, Stewart does it again. This time he carries into Livermore territory. Matadors then hand to Jack Badger, who picks up 21 yards to the Livermore 30. But the Cowboys defense comes up big. 1st and 10 from the 15. Dai Espinoza punches the ball loose. It's recovered by Nolan Armanino. Livermore now looks to move the ball. Lorte keeps it himself right up the middle for a first down to the 20. Later in the drive, Lordi fires to A.J. Carey. He makes the catch, takes it all the way down to the Matador 39, a 27-yard gain. Now 2nd and 2 from the 31. Romero carries for a first down inside the 25. And that helps lead to this play as Lordi steps up and connects with Carey. He slips the tackle and fights his way into the end zone. 25-yard touchdown. At the half, Livermore leads 15-0. Halftime would include former Livermore High greats being inducted into their Hall of Honor. Softball star Jamie Peterson, California Wrestling Hall of Famer and current Granada High School principal Clark Conover, and former pro soccer star and Olympian Troy Diab. We'll move ahead now to the second half. Cowboys take the field. Granada tries to rally, 3rd and 5. Ben Warner passes to Damian Miles, who slips a tackle and takes it to the Livermore 24, a 16-yard gain. From there, Skylar Stewart gets the call. He turns it upfield and into the end zone, 24-yard touchdown. He had 98 yards rushing in the game. That cuts the lead to 15-7. Now, some Granada defense. Cowboys go for it, 4th and 1. They are denied. Cody Phillips and others with the stop. Matadors now take over on offense. Warner connects with Cody Phillips, who carries upfield to the Livermore 15, a 32-yard gain. Cowboys would eventually, Granada would eventually get it to the 2. 1st and goal. Phillips powers his way in. 2-yard touchdown. With 6:02 left, the Mats lead 15-13. Granada elects to go for 2, but they are denied. Travis Tucker, Griffin Lee with the tackle. Cowboys maintain their 2-point lead. Livermore now tries to milk the clock. Lordi decides to keep it himself. He runs upfield for a first down near midfield. Moments later, Lordi flips to A.J. Carey. He picks up another first down inside the 35. The Cowboys would run just under 6 minutes off the clock. Granada gets the ball back with only seconds remaining. Warner passes to Miles, who laterals to Stewart, back to Miles, who's eventually run out of bounds. That seals it. The celebration begins. Livermore students rush to the field to celebrate. The Cowboys hoist up the helmet trophy, and there they are with the league championship plaque and banner. Livermore wins the EBAL Valley Division title. They edge Granada 15-13. Mateo Lordi and A.J. Carey lead the way on offense as the Cowboys win their first EBAL football championship since 1993. Afterwards, the two seniors and head coach John Wade said all the hard work they've put in paid off.
It means everything. You know, we came in this offseason trying to change the culture of what we have. You know, we lost to this team twice last year, once for a league championship and once in the first round of playoffs. And, you know, this didn't sit right in our stomach, and we knew we had to come in the next season and change the culture. We lifted for a year straight before our next season. We played spring ball, you know, just getting everything locked in, our chemistry. So this team's been together for a whole year, ready for this moment.
I mean, we've been preparing for it since January, to be honest. We knew the team we were, and we knew the team that we could be. We just needed to put in the work, and we put in the work, and this is the outcome of it. As well, to go in 9-1 in a whole season, it's hard to do. I've been a quarterback on the varsity level for 3 years, and it's hard to win games at the varsity level no matter who you're playing. And this team perseveres no matter who we play.
It means everything. I mean, to do this in this community and to beat the crosstown rival, you win a city championship, it's incredible, but to play for a league title and to win one outright, and with all the length of time between the two of them, I mean, it's one of my biggest wins I've ever had. Their will to win, I mean, they just don't quit. They're just a tough out. I can't say enough about them. I mean, they're just relentless with everything. The off-season stuff, during the week stuff, playing the game the way it should be played. I mean, they're an incredible group of kids.
Congratulations to the Cowboys on a well-deserved championship. They'll next host top-seeded Campo Lindo in the NCS playoffs, but a great night in Livermore for the team, coaches, students, fans, and of course the alums. A big, exciting night for the Cowboys.
A big night. Congrats to Coach Wade and the team. I mean, they really earned it. I mean, they had hard-fought wins against Dublin and Granada right down to the wire and holding off a stingy Foothill team. So great job by them. And Lordi was, I think, the key difference with his scrambling ability, 75 yards on the ground to go with his threat in the air. We're going to go over a couple scores as well.
We have a couple other scores. Vincent Mairana runs for 322 yards and 3 touchdowns, and also catches a TD pass as Amador defeats Cal 42-35 to clinch a playoff berth. Dons will next travel to Monte Vista to face the Mustangs, a team they just defeated 2 weeks ago. And Andrew Nelson passes for 236 yards and 2 TDs as Foothill defeats Redwood Christian 35-18. Falcons end the season with a record of 5-5. And we also have Dublin qualifying for the Division I playoffs. They'll travel to El Cerrito to face the Gauchos.
Yeah, Dublin's first appearance since 2021. Foothill finished out on a strong note. But Amador Valley, wow, you know, and they're going to be dangerous in that bracket. I certainly want to face a healthy Amador Valley team playing their way into the tournament by beating Cal and Monte Vista in the final 2 weeks. So very exciting for the Dons. From Foothill now, from football, we're going to go to boys water polo now. Foothill hosting California. And there you see the edge of the pool. Falcons and their coach, Ethan Nguyen. And we see the goal right here is 1-0. Cal goes out on top. And there's another goal for Cal is Andre Milosinicic. So Cal up 2-0. Foothill, though, would end up cutting that lead. As you see Preston Cho in traffic from the middle, gets a goal. 2-1 at that point. We see some good defense now from Foothill. Their goalie, Jake Berryhill, with the saves. And looking to get it up the pool. And we see Berryhill again, another deflection. Trying to keep Foothill in this against a very good Cal High team. But Cal from the corner, Milosinicic with the goal, 3-1. And there we see another goal by the Grizzlies. At this point, they're up 6-1. Looking to really extend that lead. But Berryhill doing everything he can to keep his team in it. Getting the stop right there. Berryhill again, another save. And you see him just really battling in there. It's a valiant effort trying to keep his team in it. And Foothill from the outside, a little trickery, and then the bounce into the net by Nick Ning. And that was a nice play there. But Cal would just have a little too much on this night. Cole Lawrence with the goal there, extending their lead to 7-2. And just, again, it's a really good Cal High team. Josh Needle, though, a little highlight here for Foothill. From long distance over the entire defense and over the team with the goal. So here we'll see the scoring capped by Cole Lawrence, and California going on for the win. You see it there, 18-7. A little too much in this one.
Yeah, a little too much Lawrence and Milicincic. Nice game by Berryhill, though, at goal.
Yeah.
He did a really good job, had some nice saves. That will do it for the boys. Up next, we'll have girls water polo as Amador takes on Terra Linda in the Tri-Valley Invitational. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Tri-Valley Sports Final. For nearly a decade, the Tri-Valley Invitational Girls Water Polo Tournament has been a showcase for Northern California's top teams. The tournament, created and still run by former Amador head coach Tim Riley, brings together top squads from the North Coast section, San Joaquin section, and Central Coast section. This year, 32 teams competed for first place honors in 2 divisions. The Amador Valley Dons were placed in the Premier Division. There they squared off against Terra Linda of San Rafael in the first round. There's a big crowd on hand to watch this matinee matchup. Dons ready to go. Already up 1-0 at this point. Looking for more as Topeka Suresh outlets to Addison Drain, who swims ahead and scores. That makes it 2-0. After a Terra Linda goal cuts the lead in half, Amador gets on the board again. Anusha Shelikar fights off the defender and puts it in. That makes it 3-1. Trojans respond as they pass it ahead to Alina Noyes for the goal. That cuts the lead to 3-2. From that point on, though, the Dons would dominate on defense. Here, Suresh deflects the shot away. And moments later, she does it again. She had 8 saves in the match. Amador goes back on offense. Susan Swires scores on the penalty shot. Dons lead 4-2 at the end of 1. Swires had a huge game. More Dons defense now as Abby Jones comes over and blocks the shot, and Suresh pulls it in. Now Amador goes back on offense. Zara Alami to Swires for the goal. That makes it 5-2. After a Trojan score cuts the lead to 5-3, Alami beats Swires once again. Her 4th goal of the first half. The lead grows to 6-3. But she's not done yet. After a steal, Swires takes off on a breakaway and puts it in. That makes it 7-3. Dons again. On offense, Swires scores. This time, Jenna Schmidt passes ahead to Addison Drain, who finishes with the goal. And we close the second quarter with Susan Swires getting on the board again, taking the pass from Abby Jones and flipping it in. She had 6 goals in the first half. At the break, Dons lead 9-3. Second half is more of the same. Caitlin Brown swims ahead and scores. That makes it 10-3. Now, Claire Kunich passes cross pool to Swires, who fires it in. That makes it 11-3. This time, Swires feed Anusha Shelikar, who's guarded closely, but she still manages to loft it over the goalie's arms. At the end of 3, Amador leads 11-3. 4th quarter now, Swires to Drain for the score. She finished with 3 goals. This time, Swires swims ahead of the pack for the breakaway. That makes it 14-4. After a Trojans foul, Swires is awarded the penalty shot. She puts it in. That makes it 15-5. And we close with Swires taking the pass from Rachel Thalman, putting it away. She finished with 10 goals, 4 assists, 5 steals, and a block as Amador rolls past Terra Linda 16-4. Susan Swires leads the way as the Dons outscore the Trojans 12-2 after the first quarter. Amador would go on to finish 3-1 in the two-day event. Their only loss came to Lee High School of San Jose, 8-7. Other EBAL teams competing included Granada and Livermore, who also both served as host sites along with Amador and Foothill and Cal. Since that point, though, Amador has continued to roll, and we're going to see them on NCS in a few shows.
Yeah, we'll look forward to watching that. This Amador team's so fun to watch. Great passing, great long distance shots, great long distance passes. So, fun team. We'll be back with more, including our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athlete of the Week, right after these messages. So please stay with us.
Our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athlete of the Week is Amador Valley running back Vincent Majorana. The senior scored 4 touchdowns and ran for 322 yards as Amador defeated Cal 42-35 in a must-win game for the Dons as they clinch an NCS playoff berth. It's the second 300-plus yard rushing game this year for Majorana. For the year, he's run for nearly 1,600 yards and 18 touchdowns. He also has nearly 400 yards receiving and 2 scores. For his excellence on the gridiron, Amador's Vincent Majorana is our Tri-Valley Sports Final Athlete of the Week. And on next week's show, congratulations to him. We'll have NCS playoff football, Livermore and Granada both at home, and with some interesting matchups.
Yeah, interesting matchups. Livermore having a tougher test. You win the league, and you got to face Camp Lindo, so it doesn't get much tougher than that. But either way, they're excited to be there, and a lot of flag football action next
Absolutely.
show
We're
as
going
well.
to get you caught up on all the NCS flag football playoffs with Granada and Foothill, and that will do it, though, for this edition of Tri-Valley Sports File. For Tim Sabrani, I'm Ian Bartholomew. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.